as we come to the close of this year's annual High Court Readers Conference, I wish to express my deep appreciation to each one of you, my brother and sister judges, for your active participation, candid reflections, and thoughtful contributions over the course of this conference. I know it has come at a big price to us because we are learning on half the complement of the High Court. We are supposed to be 200 judges, but we are 95 judges. We are reeling of a backlog of cases and continuous pressure for us to deal with all the matters that are being filed on a daily basis and cope with that burden. And during releases like this one, we are supposed to be writing, catching up with our rulings and judgment. But instead of doing that, we sacrifice this time to come here and reflect it together and see where we are. We want to educate Kenyans that you do not pay anybody to facilitate the services that we render in the judiciary. The filing fees are paid electronically, and you should not pay anybody in the registry, and no judge or magistrate has asked for any money to facilitate the case. And these are the cases we are discouraging, but we really require the cooperation of the public, because I'm told it's a culture that you give something in return. The court is not a sanctuary, it's not a church, it's not a mosque where you take a donation, where you take a tithe. A court, you go for justice, and justice is not for sale. That is a message to the Kenyans. And I want to thank you most sincerely for taking a CSR activity yesterday. You devoted your time to go to Shimoratewa prison to decongest. Thank you very much. We appreciate all of you. Please give a clap to the judges who did a supervisory law when they are here for this conference during the vacation. That is double sacrifice, and I'm most grateful to all of you. This responsibility is a cardinal one of supervising our subordinate courts. It is a core function of your leadership role. The subordinate courts are the face of justice for many Kenyans, and it is through your effective supervision that we can ensure we have consistency, we have professionalism, and we have quality service across all levels of our judicial system. In partnership with the Kenya Prison Service and the wider criminal justice colleagues, the High Court has intensified sentence review sessions aimed at easing congestion while upholding both accountability and humanity. Guided by our blueprint and the twin pillars of restorative and green justice, our judges have examined 120 cases this week alone at the Shimoratewa prison, and I salute their diligence. 49 individuals who now serve their sentences under structured probation programs that emphasize rehabilitation and community service, while 20 having demonstrated good character and readiness to reintegrate have roughly been released to join their families. This approach holds offenders to account, honors victims' need for redress, and at the same time opens a pathway for healing, for rebuilding, and even environmental stewardship, because some of them will serve in tree planting and other cleaning activities of our environment. One of the recurring challenges that continues to taint the image of the judiciary relates to the presence of brokers and imposters operating within our court premises. We know them. These individuals who position themselves as intermediaries are giving judges and judicial officers a bad name and contributing to the negative public perception of our institution. I believe that is why the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary has enforced the requirement that all our staff in the registry must wear their judiciary name tag. So I urge all of you to take deliberate steps to eliminate these brokers from our court corridors. If they are coming as court users, they should come on the day that meeting is convened, and they must show their interest when they come as court users. In this regard, this is why we have engaged the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and other agencies to work with us in addressing this menace. Not to investigate judges or judicial officers and staff, that is the responsibility of the Judicial Service Commission, but whoever is committing an offense is an offense. Rather, to rid us of the problem of imposters masquerading as agents of corruption within our hallowed corridors. I encourage you to report these individuals for criminal prosecution so that we can reclaim our courts as spaces of integrity, professionalism, and public trust. One of the recurring challenges that continues to taint the image of the judiciary relates to the presence of brokers and imposters operating within our court premises. We have rolled out court integrity committees, as you know. I issued a memo on this in each of the High Court station and division, and also requiring that we work together with the stakeholders to tackle integrity concerns throughout the justice chain within our court premises. We recognize that many of the complaints raised by the court users regarding corruption are not only about us as judges or judiciary staff, but sometimes relate to actors from other justice sector agencies operating within our court premises. We want to sanitize our court premises to say these are no corruption zone. This is a policy we have been implementing, saying this is no corruption zone. So through the court integrity committees, we intend to bring together all the relevant stakeholders, judges, judicial officers, advocates, investigating agencies, and civil society actors to collaboratively design strategies for preventing, detecting, and responding to corruption and unethical practices within our courts.